Welcome to We're Not Afraid of the Dark, where we pick apart our childhood nostalgia. I'm Ben. I'm joined by my brother Adam. And tonight we are doing the tale of...
The full moon.
The full moon.
And ironically, we're recording this while there's a full moon happening.
Is there?
Yeah. It's been bright as hell last few nights.
Well, holy shit.
You know, what in the hell is happening?
It's fine. See, we usually do 2 or 3. And here we are. We did this as a bonus one tonight. And I'm feeling fan-fucking-tastic.
Do you have any more of that moonshine left?
Yeah, you want a nip?
Yeah, I haven't had it yet. Hey, by the way, since we need to make some money with this fucking podcast for once, We're Not Afraid of the Dark liquor. Just make our own distillery. We'll be good to go. I got this moonshine looks different. What is this? It looks like chocolate milk mixed with apple cider.
It's dreamsicle. It's orange and it's Everclear.
Oh man, it still smells fucking terrible. It's like apricots, pear. It smells like one of those piece of shit candles. You smell like Yankee candles.
Hey, I worked hard on that, so go ahead and just drink it.
But tardy. Not that bad. There's a hint of butterscotch in there, maybe?
Maybe. I don't know where butterscotch would come into play, but there it is. The shit will fuck you up. Let me tell you.
This is the only episode where they celebrate someone's anniversary. They say it's Frank's first year anniversary because his first one was actually the first episode of season 1, which is The Tale of the Phantom Cab. And here we are, like almost to the tail end of season 2, and now it's the first year anniversary. And of course, there's no mention to Eric, who's the one who brought him in. And there was no mention to Eric's disappearance at all.
Well, Eric's not even there anymore.
Yeah, he got kicked out or moved.
What a douche.
Frank is excited to tell this bitch. He says he has a perfect story for a night like this because then they do the shot of that full moon.
Yeah.
It says people act differently during full moons. You notice this, right?
I'll tell you, Betty Ann, she's starting to come of age.
I'm glad you picked up on that because I didn't.
Oh, man.
Do you notice this where people act differently on full moons? I've noticed it in clubs.
I've noticed it was motherfuckers driving.
Yeah.
Goddamn. Shit's terrible, man.
Did you remember this episode at all?
No.
I didn't need it either, surprisingly.
No. I don't remember it at all.
Somehow the refrigerator I have memories of, but other than that, I may have been thinking of a different episode with a refrigerator of some sort. It wasn't that in the neighbors, it was something else. The shot shows that 2 kids named Jed and Huey are pet detectives.
Like Ace.
Yeah, Ace Ventura.
When they said pet detectives, I instantly thought of him carrying that fucking package that says fragile on it and he was doing cartwheels with it.
Yeah, the beginning of Ace Ventura. And the funny thing is, this predates that movie.
Oh my God. Funny enough, Jesus. I sent one of my coworkers a GIF of Ace Ventura a couple of days ago because I'm quitting my job or whatever, but we order uniforms and shit with like our company thing on it. And I sent her the picture of him crying in the shower when he burns his clothes.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, but I love that fucking movie. Like both of them actually, but I
haven't seen the sequel in a long time. I'm surprised I never did the third one.
Well, I mean, now that Jim Carrey's like gone and done like more serious roles.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be doing that anytime soon. I wait, didn't they have another one that was like a prequel and it was the kid, like extra kid detective or something like that?
No.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
Want to bet?
I don't have any money to bet.
You have liquor?
You can have the rest of this moonshine if that's a thing that happened.
You're looking up right now. Yep, 2009. Hand it over, motherfucker. Oh, the good news is on Google results, it says that 29% of people like this movie. Thank you. Mine.
Be careful with that. That will fuck you up.
I'll finish it before the end of recording this podcast.
Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, I did drink 2 of them during a recording before, and you guys saw the results of that shit.
Was that the Capture Souls or the Leprechaun episode?
Yeah, that was a mixture of the 2. Yeah. I got fucking wasted.
Yeah, I miss those good old days, as in like last month. I like the signage that these guys have for their business. They have a shot of wood signs that say "No job too small" and "Chihuahuas are a specialty." This guy playing Jed, by the way, his name is Dominic Zambrogga. He's currently acting on General Hospital. He was on The L Word, Smallville. He was on Tales from the Crypt Keeper, which you just mentioned. And he is in a future episode called Cutter's Treasure.
A dude in The L Word.
Yeah. Maybe he's playing like some straight boyfriend, doesn't know his girlfriend.
He's probably playing some kind of fucking dude that works at like a store. Because, I mean, The L Word's all about lesbians.
Yeah. They say, this is a... Did you notice the bathroom sign in there from the men's room?
No.
There was another episode, I think it was the Dream Machine, where they had that also. They seem to be, I think they're reusing props here. They reintegrate the fact that Judd really wants a dog in this episode. I like when he sits in this whistle and then blows on it, by the way. I mean, it was his asshole.
Yeah, I like how he found it with his fucking sphincter, and then he puts it in his mouth afterwards. That's good.
They're trying to go out and find this damn cat named Misty. Not doing too well in this like townhome suburb community. Look at the trash cans. Like he's using a magnifying glass to try to find a cat. These guys are kind of the worst pet detectives. Like if I need to find a cat, you kind of look for where cats go.
Yeah, and you I don't know. Rather than using fucking toys, you use I don't know food. Let me tell you, I have a cat, and that bitch loves food.
Yeah, I remember when I had Kitty. His main nickname was Garfield because it's like eating lasagna. And cats seem like deli meat. I know some people say it's unhealthy for the bellies, but I found like cats came from a certain breed of cats. They eat meat. I like this scene where they see Wilson's wife from Home Improvement behind the fence. He goes to grab it, and it's like the hair from some Jewish woman.
Yeah, like okay, you know, you see it at the top of the fence or whatever, but you also see the figure underneath of it walking. Like it's not a cat walking on top of the fence. Like you clearly see that someone is walking that, and he dives over it and takes her hair, a wig or whatever, but she didn't need a fucking wig. So what's the point?
Yeah, I mean, she had a full set of hair, but the other thing is this guy Huey, did he remind you of like a young Howie Mandel? Like the Jufro happening there and everything?
Kinda, yeah. But now when I think of Howie Mandel, I think of fucking Deal or No Deal or fucking...
Yeah, well, he's bald now, but I mean, I remember back in the day he had that like 80s mullet that was, curled and black. And he's Canadian. Maybe it's his son or
he also was
cousin.
He was from Little Monsters, wasn't he?
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Play Maurice.
Yeah, I feel like we talked about that in another episode, and that's the joy of alcoholism is that you forget what the fuck you talk about. When I hear our podcast after we record them, I don't remember a thing that I said.
Yes, I guess I ought to get some help.
Dude,
right?
No, fuck that. It's good times. I love. It's like I'm hearing a familiar voice say shit that I would be thinking, and it's actually me.
We're gonna get on this a lot with this episode, but
alcoholism.
No.
Oh, thank God.
The fact that this episode is just so over the top. It's meant to be like that.
Yeah, I mean this.
By the way, this was directed by Ron Oliver, who did a lot of the great episodes of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Well, this one fell short.
I'm going to disagree with you. This is a complete masterpiece of television filmmaking for children.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, it's brilliant.
Get the fuck out of here. Look.
There's a lot of thought going in this episode.
They
could have done a really generic werewolf episode.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm not necessarily shitting on this one, but I will say that either me and you both didn't see this, which is uncommon.
Yeah.
Or no matter how fucking original or whatever, it did not carry on in our subconscious for the 20 years.
But maybe I didn't see it. I mean, there could have been an incident where this one didn't go in syndication hardly at all, and maybe it only aired a few times, and I may have spotted over it because,
like I said, this one isn't bad. It's not bad for like compared to the ones that we've been over so far. This one isn't bad. I won't necessarily shit on it. Some of the things, okay, I'm gonna pick on because that's fucking what I do.
Well, I like this scene he has where he finds like the collar of Misty, and then there's a bunch of collars on the floor there.
Yeah.
So what's going on? And I like the call signs they have when he goes into this.
The renting tenant Lassie?
Yeah, it was a house that was just sold. It has the for sale sign up there and sold, but the guy's apparently living there, so why the fuck is the sign still up? And this house, like, he has all this kitchen gear ready to go, but there's like no artwork on the walls at all. Again, being better, going to start a home interior business at some point, picking apart.
Wait, are we?
Yeah, inspired by Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Well, let me tell you, don't start with my house because, one, my house is haunted, and two, fucking all the old shit, because it was built in the 80s, all the old shit's still up on the fucking, like, the curtains. Their curtains are still very, very 80s.
I mean, isn't that something you can replace, like a trip to Bed Bath Beyond?
No, because the way they made them back then, like, you can't change that shit. And when I change shit in my house, when it comes to that, fucking weird shit happens at my house.
See, I think you're talking about like the thousands of video games and like the 80s and 90s posters are all replaced.
No.
Oh, okay.
The old curtains in my dining room and my living room. If I would fuck with that shit would start happening weird.
What's the name of that girl that lives at your house? Emma, you said?
Emma.
Oh, okay.
Emma Gabbert. She lived there. Her and her husband, that was their dream house, a log cabin in the woods. And her husband passed away. She got to be too old to take care of the property, went and lived with her daughters, passed away in North or South Carolina. Got cremated, and her wishes was for her ashes to be spread
on your property.
On my fucking property. So whenever I like tear up the carpet and put hardwood floor down or something, shit starts going weird. People have seen her shadow walking from the ferret's room to our fucking bedroom.
Yeah, Ben has like 6 ferrets at his house, by the way. So there's like a small bedroom that I imagine was the kid's room at some point in time.
It was like a pet room. Okay. Because there were like stains that were like pet stains. And I was like, well, this is fucking got to go. So we ripped up the floor and put hardwood like panels down. And fucking our tools started going missing. Dad was there for that. We went to Lowe's, bought more tools, came back, and they're in the middle of the room. There's no possible way we could have missed that shit. No way.
Ben's going to start his own like horror anthology series just based on shit that happened at his house.
See, I don't mind her because we've had shit go missing. I'm not trying to exercise her. This is her house too. I get it. You know, me and Ashley have talked about it in length. Like we're not trying to fucking like kick her out. We just want like her to understand it's our house now. You're dead. You're dead.
We see this guy baking something. Then he gets a phone call. Luckily, he has one of those like 90s phones that was still like portable that you could.
Yeah, with a huge ass fucking antenna on it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, good old days. Then Jed decides, of course, it's very common on Are You Afraid of the Dark for kids to commit crimes.
So break into your house. Absolutely.
And he's breaking in there when someone's in there. That's the thing. But of course, he has to find Misty. And he like smells this like shit dinner this guy's cooking. And this kitchen sucks. It's like no appliances on the counters or anything. Just like he has like all his spices out there ready to go, like the pepper mill and I don't know, some coriander or Old Bay. We're from Maryland, so we have to mention Old Bay. I don't think they have it in Canada, right?
Old Bay is a goddamn rarity when you go to the West Coast.
Yeah, I went to Boston for a while. They didn't know what it was up there. Another thing is, I found this episode to be very Americanized. Did you get that vibe?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and like he mentioned Seattle at one point in the episode, so I imagine this episode does take place in America for once.
However, I mean, Seattle isn't that far from Canada.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I'm not too familiar with that western part of Canada.
Me either, but I mean, at the same point, like, it's not like they're saying, oh, yeah, Kentucky.
Yeah, well, I mean, us being on the East Coast, I mean, we can drive to Canada literally in like 10 hours from where we're at in Mainland. So most of the time when I hear people going to Canada, they're going to Toronto, Ontario, or Montreal, like not Albuquerque or somewhere out there, or Edinburgh, like those western.
Hey, if we're going to harass these Are You Afraid of the Dark characters, do you have a passport?
I do.
Me too.
Yeah, so say if you guys want to find our trip to Canada, direct to all film locations on Are You Afraid of the Dark, martialstudios@gmail.com.
Holy shit, that's a thing?
It will be, yeah. Well, as he opens the fridge, he sees like a lot of ground beef, it looks like.
Yeah.
Raw meat products. He has no condiments in there at all. It's like no ketchup or mustard, no eggs. It's all raw meat.
Okay, so if we put it together that there's all these fucking dog collars, cat collars, all this shit, like, does he go back to the woman that's looking for Misty and be like, hey, your cat's dead. Where's my $20?
Oh, I know what I'm reminded of now. The Eerie, Indiana show, they had an episode called Foreverware where they put like some special containers used to keep things fresh forever. And it has like this very 60s vibe, which this one also had. So that's what I'm thinking of with the connection here.
What?
You remember that show?
The what now?
Eerie, Indiana, Foreverware.
Eerie, Indiana. Like, it sounds familiar.
I'm going to pull it up here real quick.
Oh, not found.
What?
It says it's not found.
That's a sign.
404.
Somebody did a review and analysis of it. We have to be academics when it comes to the 90s solid children's TV shows, right?
I'll say we do a pretty good job on bringing back the nostalgia for people.
Yeah, I hope so. He gets the radio call. Yeah, the guy hears. He says, I'll call you back. Goes downstairs. I like this fact that Jed hits himself while that nail coming out of the slot glass. Like, why was that nail there? It's like by itself. This guy comes down the stairs ready to really fuck shit up. And then Jed's gone. The nail's missing. It wasn't in that shot at all. And then after this scene, we get to meet Jed's mom, who's played by Ellen Davis. And get this, Ben, looked her up. On author, Assassin's Creed.
Oh, well, of course. You got to.
Yeah.
You know, when was she in her 50s hairstyle shit when we first meet her?
Yeah, she's in like some late 50s, early 60s kind of outfit.
Okay. Whenever I see that hairstyle.
Yeah, like the Amy Winehouse style?
Amy Winehouse. No. Hairspray.
Oh, that's right.
Whether it be...
And that's a Baltimore movie.
Hairspray.
John Waters.
John Travolta.
Yeah, but John Waters directed it, read it.
Either way. That hairstyle is synonymous with hairspray, and I couldn't take it seriously whenever I saw that shit because, like, whether she was chewing him out or not, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? Is this supposed to take place in the 50s or what? Or is she just hanging on to something that's dead?
No, she's
like
hanging
Misty.
On. But yeah, and speaking of which, we found, I think the dad's dead because like some funeral music. The music in this episode, by the way, was completely over the top, and I think it was on purpose. She puts like the photo down and shit, so I don't know if the dad cheated on her or
Dad would have believed me. Yeah, you're right. He probably would have if he didn't run away with that skank massage therapist.
That's what she said?
No, that's what I said.
Well, he's upstairs. He has like some camera surveillance happening. Like, what the hell, man? Is this guy like a peep of time or something? Then we see some guy transforming into a werewolf. The mom comes in, look at some of a 1950s. You right?
Mm-hmm.
So looking at some of the 1950s romantic comedy because she has like the curls happening, the pink robe, and a mud mask. He goes back to look at the video footage but can't find him. Then she has enough, Spielberg, tucks him in, then we get our cleavage shot.
It's not a very good cleavage shot. But what are these fucking ghosts now? Like, it's a werewolf.
I don't think you can see the werewolf's reflection, but he sees it on the TV, doesn't he? That little monitor.
He was recording it, so thus, if it wasn't a goddamn vampire, a werewolf changing forms should show up on recording. And we'll keep going the further we get into this shit because they've got their fucking monsters all mixed up.
He has a dog poster on his door.
Well,
what was the name of that dog? So that really chunky one.
Clifford?
No, not that
one. Clifford the Big Red Dog is the most synonymous to anything I've ever.
Yeah, I've seen him around a while.
Beethoven?
Or that one. Or Scruff McGuff.
The crime dog?
Yeah.
Don't do drugs. Remember, kids.
Yeah, back when Trent's coach was still cool, like Robert Stack and shit. Next, we're transported to a scene of him and Huey reading a book on shapeshifters. They find that mesomorphs are the proper name for vampires.
There was Animorphs. It's not the same because it's kind of the same. People will fucking turn into falcons and shit.
Yeah, or like some
goddamn
extinct dinosaur.
Oh yeah, you know what it is. Animorphs fucking blew your mind.
They say that they need small animals to survive, but children are their favorite. They're also allergic to red roses and like silver bullets or some shit.
Oh, well, see, now I can't shit on everything that I was shitting on when we were watching this. Because the next scene, he's talking to his mom and she's like, oh, the guy I met at that bowling alley is coming over for dinner. I'm going to put out because, I'm a dirty little skank.
That's a very 1950s thing to say you met some guy at a bowling alley. Like, who says that anymore?
When we were doing the swing, but it shows up and it's the dude from across the street and he has red roses in his hands. And I instantly shit on that. I was like, oh, well, fucking werewolves are allergic to red roses. So, what the fuck? I'm poking holes in it already.
I actually said go get the gin because I think that was the first alcohol reference directly we've heard in this series.
She's got a little kid getting alcohol?
Yeah, probably. Also, did you notice that the Are You Afraid of the Dark theme song is playing on the 45 record that she's playing?
I did not notice that.
Yeah, his mom seems like she's ready to fuck someone though, like the first.
Oh, yeah, she's going to put the fuck out. She's putting out. That's why she probably that's why she's relieved that he does what he does at dinner. Because she's ready to fucking jump that dude's bones.
Yeah. But they have to have dinner first. He's so hungry he can eat a horse, and then he just says, or a cat. Mentions people in his family where he came from. He mentions, what, Transylvania? He says, no, Seattle.
Transylvania. Guess what? Transylvania is not where werewolves came from. That's vampires.
Where do werewolves come from?
Scandinavia.
Sure.
Pretty sure. Check it out. I'm not entirely sure on the whole werewolf thing. We got big baby pictures.
Yeah, I got a bunch of photo albums underneath this desk thing. I got them scanned. That's what down there.
Well, that was like hitting me in the leg the whole time. Oh man, Adam, you stud! There's a baby picture of you with two ladies.
Probably cousins.
Well, one's a cousin. I don't know who the other one is.
Probably on the back because Granny used to write details on the back of all these photos.
Well, I mean, I don't want to put my hands on them.
I like this scene where he pierces this guy with a fork.
Yeah. You gotta stab your mother's love interest with a fork. Like, that's just commonplace.
He pulls out the window to reveal the full moon. He's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. What do you think of that?
He's excused from the table. Then we have like a pink flamingo at the table and a pink flamingo outside. He's like, why was that at the table? You notice that?
Where is this supposed to take place at?
Anytown, USA.
I mean, I would think, okay, Florida. Okay, cool. But when he's talking about Seattle, Washington, I can't justify pink flamingos.
You know, there's more fake flamingos in the world than there are real flamingos?
Yes.
I found that on Wikipedia.
Did you know that they're pink because of the shrimp they eat in their diet?
Yes.
Well, very well. I learned that on Snapple Cap. Snapple, Hey, we're looking for motherfucking sponsors. Hit us up. Modulation Studios, YouTube. Love you. Love you guys.
Upstairs, he says a little prayer before his mom comes in with a coat on. It says they're going out for coffee. His dinner's in the caviator. What the fuck's a caviator? Is that something Canadian?
It's a refrigerator.
I haven't heard that phrase before.
Cavinator. Yeah, I looked it up. Cavinators are refrigerator freezers. They're like Frigidaires. Did you look up the werewolf origin?
No, I've been recording this and checking my show notes.
Well, you just hold on. I'll Google it while we're doing this.
All right, while you're doing that, I'm gonna go into a little history. But this guy playing Mr. Ankner, his name is Peter Coffee.
Coffee? They went out for coffee.
He's in another Are You Afraid of the Dark episode called Long Lost Locket. I do remember that episode. He's playing a Redcoat captain. That episode is something historical again. He was on a police academy movie. He was active until about 2003, it looks like. Which fine.
1521 werewolves in France.
So the year 1521?
1521, yeah.
Okay.
That's just, what I have found.
Jed calls Huey, who's wearing one of the most fucking ridiculous outfits I have seen anybody wear in any TV show or movie for a kid taking a bath. He has like the hair cap on with like goggles or some shit. What was he doing in there?
I love how Huey's always like, oh, I can't. I gotta go to dinner. Okay, I'm in a bubble bath. Like,
yeah, he's always making some excuse.
Yeah.
He says he has to get back to the house, so they go out of his house, and it's like the Twisted Claw episode where they're not really being that sneaky. I mean, he was wearing a fucking pink sweater, and they're walking around the neighborhood with flashlights, just going to some guy's house. You feel like they wore all black and like going separate ways, so they're not seen together. Jared breaks into the sliding glass door. He takes a Polaroid out, but finds the fridge is completely empty. He hears noises, turns around, opens the door, and it's just like an iron board comes out. It wasn't that an iron board used like in a pantry.
Yeah, wouldn't you have it somewhere else other than the fucking kitchen?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like this is a New York City apartment where your space is very limited. I mean, they're in the suburbs here.
Yeah.
And they're making a shitload of noise in this house, by the way.
That's usually how it goes when you're sneaking.
Yeah.
Especially on Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Well, here he starts going through some boxes and finds a photo. That's what it looks like. And then they find out that Mr. Ankner has a twin brother. And that's what we see. This werewolf here. Spooky, right?
Yeah.
Man, this fucking costume looks like something that someone got at Spencer's. I'm dead serious. It got a little scary the way they just closed shop. When you first see it, it looks like shit. What do you think?
I think they use the same fucking prosthetics and shit that they used in The Dark Dragon. That's what I think.
Well, I got news for you, Ben.
What?
Let me get this scene first.
Okay.
I got built suspense here. The scary episode.
That's what I've been waiting for.
Rather than running outside, they run upstairs. That's a great place to go. They end up in this really creepy bedroom with like chains and like chicken wire on the wall or on the window. They block the door. Try to get out. They see a bone in there. The werewolf comes at him, and the music here was Talking Fuji by Bach, by the way. Jed pulls out his dog whistle, paralyzing him. And what was with that photo on the wall? It said there's mom on it.
Mom is scrawled all over it.
Yeah. It was a little creepy.
Yeah.
He gets in the corner, then Mr. Ankner comes in and says, I see you met Gordon, and it's his brother. Leprosy is a terrible disease, and the kid's just playing it off. Then his mom comes in and says she was scared first, but she's trying to understand. They ask if she really eats kids, but they say it was just rumors. There's a lot of different kind of families. Now, here's the thing. That guy playing the werewolf is the guy who played Mr. Braun in The Neighbors.
Well,
I saw him from a distance when he was in there. That's him.
Okay. So, here's the thing. He was telling his mom that the neighbor's a werewolf. Right?
Yeah.
He told the mom. Okay. He told her ass, and she just fucking dismissed him. If she was trying to get that ding dong, probably that was her option to be like, no, it's his brother. He's the werewolf. And I'm still gonna fucking get some of that primal stuff all up in me. But no. She went ahead and dismissed it, so then he had to fucking break into his house twice and risk going to goddamn juvie.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. They could have just told him straight out, right?
Yeah, but she didn't, because she's fucking a bitch.
Well, she ends up marrying him, and now they're a giant family, and just playing with Gord has like a dog or something like that. Or at the end, Gary says he has an anniversary surprise for Frank. The fire's nice and hot. It's roast time for Frank. Then Key comes in with a little sausage, like what she just had was in her backpack, just raw sausage ready to go. They cook the weenies. That's the first time we see people cooking at Man Society. Like, why didn't they have like marshmallows or s'mores? Like, we see people drink out of that like ketchup mustard jar before, right?
Right.
And there's a 60s style theme of the theme song at the end. This again, Ben, this episode here was over the top on purpose. They could have done a straight up werewolf episode, but they decided not to, and they went over the top with the music, the costumes, the plot, etc. I thought the acting was very good in this episode, especially the guy playing Jed.
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, I'm not gonna shit on this. I thought it was good. Some parts could have been a little better, like the werewolf. You can clearly tell that that's a costume, like, but it was a different time. So the whole like the pet detective thing, okay, it really didn't have anything to do with it other than they followed the trail and it took them into a refrigerator full of ground beef, which is beef and not cat. That's really all I have for this. It's not bad.
It was a masterpiece. This is one of the best episodes of season 2.
God damn it.
My favorite so far, by the way, is Midnight Madness, and that will always be the case. But this was very entertaining. It kept my interest in the whole thing.
See, like I said in the previous one, like Frozen Ghost, I liked Frozen Ghost. Even though they, coming back to it years and years later, I'm cold. It was still creepy, but him saying I'm cold 50 times within the course of 3 minutes, not so creepy anymore. But nonetheless, this wasn't a bad one.
Well, thanks for listening again. Modulation@gmail.com. Be sure to check out our Facebook group at facebook.com/werenotafraidofthedark, no apostrophe.
And comment, you son of a bitches.
Feel the magic. Houdini when we leave you in your casket. That's tragic. Peep me and my genie flying past it. I'm Aladdin getting blasted. Blasting this rap shit. Plaster blacking out. Talking smack with savage crackers. I'd rather be a jackass than average, I guess. I'm just established at that practice. Like a master, no less. The best.